Well, hey, and welcome to another episode of Beetle Dustino, coming at you today with yet another video. And before I get started with anything on this, I do want to thank all my subscribers right off the bat. I have hit that 500 mark. I'm a little over 500 right now, and I am just blown away. And I wouldn't get there, obviously, if you don't subscribe. So I want to thank everybody that has subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It does really help out the channel. And do hit the notification bell so you know when I got new videos coming out. Also, please give the video a like if you do like it. It does really help out the channel also. And do leave a comment. I do love having a discussion with everybody. But today we are going to be talking about something a little different today. I've done one or two little vinyl community challenges, and I feel like I should do some more. And plus, Beatley Tone kind of encouraged me to do this. So I tend to, if he encourages me to do something, I tend to do it. He did help me get the channel started, kind of give me encouragement to start the channel, period. And my fake US albums and fake in mono box, I wasn't thinking about doing that. He encouraged me on that. He had found out I had them and was shocked I wasn't planning to do a video, and somehow encouraged me on that. And those have been some really high watched videos. So I guess if he encourages me to try something, I'm going to do it. So Beatley Tone, thank you. And what I'm going to be doing is responding to, not Beatley Tone, well, kind of Beatley Tone, I guess, because he did encourage me to do this, but Richard McCook. He's got a channel going. Sounds like he talks a lot about like David Bowie. I haven't watched much of his. I didn't really know much about him until Beatley Tone brought that up. I did go out and check out some of his videos. He does got recently, Beatley Tone, I think, also brought this one up, the Paul McCartney solo album ranking video, and I went and checked that out, and I saw several others I want to watch, so I'm going to be checking out some more on his channel. So Richard McCook, you're right now asking about our 10 final questions for the VC video makers on YouTube here. And this is the third installment on this. I guess the other ones weren't even going when I had a channel going. So this is the third installment and the final. So I guess we're going to find out my answers coming up. So stay tuned. So yeah, I haven't done a lot of these, and I don't know, I was watching Beatley Tone's response to this the other day, and thought, you know, there were several of them I was kind of, as I was watching his response, was thinking, yeah, I got some thoughts on that, but some of them were a little tough, some were a little easy to kind of answer, and I haven't done, aside from when I watched his video, and I've kind of reviewed it a couple of times, and I haven't written anything down or anything, so I'm just going to go off the cuff on this, and just kind of, what comes out, comes out. I'm going to answer those questions though. So there were 10 questions, and the first one is, do you ever struggle to come up with content for videos? And right at this point, I really don't. I've only been going now for about 9 months, and I haven't really had too much problem on that. I tend to have actually several videos planned out. I keep a little notepad in my phone, just kind of video ideas. I've got, you know, just series ideas even coming up. If something kind of hits my head and it sounds like it's something I might be able to try, I make sure to jot it down so I don't forget it. Yeah, so far I haven't had any trouble with content ideas. As a matter of fact, I got a notepad full of, you know, upcoming type thoughts and videos. So I guess at this point, I'm not having any trouble with it. So now that might change as the channel goes on. And, you know, I've talked about what's all on the rack, what's all in the box. But, you know, I guess they'll just have to kind of segue into something new at that point. But yeah, anyways, that will be the answer to the first question there. Second question is, would you buy subscribers if YouTube gave you the chance to do that? Kind of, that, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me to do that. I kind of see the point somewhat, but there'd be no way that I would. There's no sense in it. Why would you purchase somebody's subscription for them to watch something that they might not be interested in? I'm putting this out there for lovers of physical media, especially of Beatles physical media. And, you know, if somebody doesn't want to watch that, what's the point of they subscribe? You know, if they're not watching my videos, there's no point of them subscribing. So yeah, that would be an absolute no on that. And I'm going to keep that one just short and simple. Apologize here if I keep reading notes here, but the next one though, the third question is, do you like to mention how much you pay for records? I guess I don't have a problem with it. I haven't done it a lot. I have done it some, probably more than I think, actually. I do tend to mention if I got a good deal on eBay, I might mention something like that. Some of my records recently, I know on Record Store Day, I was showing, you know, what records I got, and you can see the price tag right on them. I wasn't going to blur it out or hide it or anything. Most everybody probably paid some fairly similar, you know, especially with new records. That's kind of it's everybody's going to be paying pretty similar to that anyway. Now, used records, on the other hand, probably a little different. But yeah, I guess I don't have a problem with that. It's not something I'm going to do on every video or every record I show or CD or whatever, but I don't have a problem with it. The fourth question on here is, are there genres of music you do not like and would not talk about on your channel? This one's kind of tough. For the most part, I like most music. I haven't came across too much music that I just do not like. And there's definitely music I am more into. Obviously, staring at all this Beatles material that you see here, I love the Beatles. I love the solo Beatles and anything related with that. So I don't know. I guess if I'm not into it, I'm not going to talk about it. I guess that's just the thing on that. The only genre that I'm really not that into is country. Even at that, it's more the modern stuff. Some of the older stuff I do enjoy, but then again, a lot of the artists that I really like in country really toe the line into being something else. I know Johnny Cash is one of my favorites. That is labeled as a country artist, but I always say Johnny Cash is not country, he's Johnny Cash. I don't feel you can really put a label on him. Some of his albums, yes, are going to be a lot more country than some of the others, but for the most part, I feel Johnny's vibe is kind of some wholly different than anybody else. So him, I'll listen to. For the most part, most country I'm not into. Just something I don't listen to, so I guess I'm not really going to talk about it. However, my parents do got some country records in their collection, and I am planning to do a series coming up where I am going to show some of their record collection because it has kind of became mine. I'm not going to be afraid to show those in it. I guess we could go there with that. I don't know much on it. I've probably listened to it at one point, but I don't know much on it. You know, it wouldn't be anything more than, oh yeah, this is also in my parents' record collection. So there we go. Let's see, the fifth question on here is, do you flick through other people's videos to get to like an album you'd want to see about? And I would say for the most part, no. If I'm going to watch a video of another creators, I'm probably going to watch the whole thing. I tend to watch from beginning to end on everything. There might be parts that I maybe tune out on a little sometimes. A lot of times I watch videos at work, but we do get some downtime where you need something to kind of keep you awake. So but sometimes I'll be doing work while watching the video too, like behind the scenes stuff that I'm not needing to put my full attention to. And sometimes the full attention to the video gets put out. But no, I never skip by anything. Sixth question is, what are your thoughts on shorts? Well, I have a hard enough time keeping my videos to under 10 minutes. How I could keep them to under a minute, I don't know. I don't have a problem with shorts at all. And one day, maybe I'll figure out a way to kind of get a cool flow on that to do shorts. I watch plenty of shorts myself. I don't see a lot of vinyl community shorts though. So ones that I tend to watch are like automotive related. I'm into automotive stuff. Wonderful guy. I'll put his name up in the corner. He's got a DeLorean and he absolutely loves it. And he puts out some of the best videos I've ever seen on that. And they're all shorts. So I think that's really cool that he's figured out to talk about something that you would think would take a long time to talk about, but he's been able to just compress it down into, that one little minute long, whatever video. And I absolutely love when I see a new video of his pop up in my feed. But yeah, for vinyl community, I haven't seen a lot. I'm sure that they are out there. I don't know. They just don't pop up in my feed, I guess. But yeah, if I were to able to figure out a way to get it done, yeah, I'd probably make them. Number 7, do you ever use the community tab to do polls, post pictures, or links to other video, so forth and so on? Not really. I guess I'm only 9 months into my channel. I haven't really got to that point. It's something I probably would use if I did get started with it. The polls idea is kind of a good idea, especially if I do get to that point where I can't think of good content. That is probably a good way to help you kind of pick on, your next thing there. I have posted one thing on the community tab I can think of, and I don't know if anybody even saw it. So but it was just a random thought I had on Super Bowl Sunday about Paul McCartney's probably there and maybe he'll join Rihanna to sing 4 or 5 seconds, which he didn't, but he was there. I was right on that. But yeah, I haven't thought of too many things to pop up there yet. So, but yeah, I don't see it being a bad tool to use and would probably use it as I get going a little more here. Number 8, is there anything about your videos you do not like? For the most part, no. I think I've got a good setup here. I know Richard mentioned that he doesn't like the lighting in his area. I got a ring light right away when I knew I was going to start the channel. That was one of the first things I did. And I am in a basement, so you would think the lighting down here would be terrible. But I've just learned I just turn on all the lights throughout the basement, especially, anything behind me. And in every room behind me here is lit up. And and it helps blend in, plus the ring light. Now, my first couple of videos, I had the ring light totally set up wrong. My buddy did come and help me. He was helping me edit my first few videos and kind of show me how to get going with that. He used to be an actor and stuff, so he has been around probably lighting and such on stages and whatnot, and I mean this scaled down and whatnot, but he would have a pretty good idea on it, and he gave me some pointers on how to point the light and everything, and since we've been doing that, it's been looking great. He was even watching a video with me the other day and commenting on how wonderful the lighting is. So lighting is not a problem, but and I'm sure you've all noticed it in my videos. Beatly Tone did say the thing. I just learned to, as I said, there. I just learned, I just edited it out. I know right on the edit even where the is coming before I even hear it. I can see it. I know the shape of it. the sound waves there. So I just edit them out. So sometimes you will get a little chop there, but I'd rather that than have the ums. My dad did comment on me on my first video. He about the same as Tony's comment there of the just My dad said the same thing to me, but in person. So after I heard that, I kind of took it to heart and made sure to chop those out, or as many as I can. So maybe leave one or two to make it sound somewhat natural, but so there's a little dirty secret of mine. So that I didn't like to initially, but now, and this is going to get a little like, I tend to sweat a lot. I'm going to just come straight out and say it. I have had one video, my George Harrison ranking video. If you've noticed, I am drenched by the end of it. I don't know what it is. It's you know, it could be the coldest day and I'd be sweating. It's just something I do. I could be a lot skinnier even and I'd still be sweating. It's just in my genetics. My mom does the same thing. So it's just something I've always dealt with. So it's not because I'm unhealthy or whatever. Probably doesn't help, but that's not the total reason. But yeah, you might have noticed that I almost scrapped that George Harrison video. I was so disappointed with how much I sweat in that video. As a matter of fact, my in mono fake box set, I said there were some technical difficulties with it and it did come out a little later. Yeah, that's because I did the same thing in that video. I was pouring sweat. I was editing it. I didn't even edit it. I just kind of watched it through after the raw footage, and I'm looking at it and I was so unhappy with it. I absolutely scrapped that video. And that's the only video I've scrapped too. That would be the one thing that I don't like that happens in mine. And, you know, you put a lot of effort into filming this, and then, you know, and a lot of times I don't even realize really that I am. And I'll get done and I'll look down and go, oh my gosh. And so it happens. And I'm trying to wear darker shirts now too. They tend to hide it a little more. That would be one thing I don't think is really great coming out of my videos. Number 9, is there anything about other people's videos you do not like? That's kind of a tough one. I don't think so. The simple reason on that is because if it's something I don't like, I'm not going to watch it. I've got tons of people I watch on YouTube. I love a lot of YouTube channels. Are there videos that I know that they do that maybe I would stay away from? Possibly. But yeah, there's nothing that I'd say I just don't like. I guess I just wouldn't watch a video I know wouldn't interest me. I guess that would be the best way to put it. But yeah, I've never seen anything in particular that I don't like about people's videos, especially in the vinyl community. I don't see a lot of anything I don't like. The only thing, if I had to pick something that maybe, and I do it myself. So I mean, when there's a book or something that comes with an album or like a box set, and to show every page in graphic detail, that I tend to not like. And that I guess I will zip through a little if it gets too much, especially if they're not talking through it. I try to talk through it and have something going as I'm showing it, because I think there are people that like to see that. So I will kind of show it, but I'll try to talk through it. But I would never just show page after page with no audio behind it. That's something I guess I wouldn't like, but that's really getting nitpicky, and it doesn't happen a lot. So, but anyways, on to the last question here, and hopefully I can keep this short enough. I thought this would be easy, but it's getting a little long-winded, I feel. Number 10, if you stopped making videos, would you keep your videos up or set it to private, or would you make an announcement that you were going to stop making videos? No, I would keep them up. I don't see why I'd set it to private or anything. I would keep them out there for everybody to see, because part of why I'm doing this, I'm documenting what these packages are and what, you know, this media represents and why people still love physical media. And I think it's cool to have a database out there of people that are showing their library and showing what, to expect in the package and what, you should get in that particular package. And I feel like, I know there's several people doing the same, so there's several of those videos, but everybody might have a little different opinion on it, a little different, kind of way that they present it. And I watched several videos of the same topic, looking at the same, say, box set or same album or vinyl. I think it's good to be out there for the future generations to see and understand, I guess, our obsession with this, and maybe convince people to get back into it. I mean, obviously people are back into vinyl. I believe someday there's going to be a CD come back just like there was a vinyl. I absolutely love this format. It is my format that I kind of grew up with, so therefore I think I connect with it a lot more than even vinyl. So I don't know. I feel like that's why I got it out there, and I would never take that down because of that, or set it to private or anything like that. And it's disappointed me. There's been several people I have watched that have stopped their channels, and for a long time maybe they've had their videos up, and all of a sudden they're gone. And I feel like that's kind of a database that I've lost. I know there was one person I started watching early on when I got into watching vinyl community stuff, and I do not remember his name. I'll see if I can find it. I'll put it up there if I do find it. I remember he had some really good videos and some very good suggestions on stuff and other things too, and really kind of cool. He was Canadian, so he showed a lot of Canadian Beatles albums and kind of some of the differences on that. I thought that was really cool. And his stuff completely disappeared. I feel like I lost a good source of information there with that. So, and I'd hate to do that to somebody else. Somebody that has been watching my videos, enjoys, say, like one of my What's in the Box videos and finds it as a good reference point. And to lose that, I think that would not be a good idea. And I've put, time and effort into it for it to be out there for people to see. I'd want it to stay out there. However, if I did ever end my channel, I probably would make some sort of announcement, nothing grandiose by any means. Like I wouldn't just make a video dedicated to it. I'd probably on what I knew would be my last video towards the end of it, maybe even towards the beginning, mention something, but definitely towards the end, and just say, yeah, this is going to be my last video, something like that. I wouldn't make a big thing about it or anything. Just kind of end it there and call it good. But yeah, I definitely keep everything up for people to watch because I feel like this information needs to be out there. Yes, one day somebody's going to want to know about that Paul McCartney or John Lennon CD or Beatles CD and need a reference point to find out about it. And that's the great thing about YouTube. There would be my 10 questions there for Richard McCook, his 10 final questions for the VC video makers on YouTube. Hope that all made sense. That's like I said, I kind of just went on the fly with it. So, all right. But anyways, I am going to get wrapping up. I do want to thank all my subscribers again. 500 subscribers. Amazing. I do want to thank you all again. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And do hit the notification bell so you do know when I got new videos coming out. Also, please give the video a like if you did like it. And do leave a comment. I do love having a discussion with everybody. And as I'm saying that, I realize probably only people that are making videos on YouTube are going to be watching this to this point. But hey, there we go. But I am Beetle Dustino, and I'm signing out.